Mastering records management. Top management owns the fate of records management. Who is responsible for defining the scope of the records management program, and what specific types of records are they tasked with, including in the program to ensure operational excellence? As I sat in the conference room with the CEO of a large financial institution, I couldn't help but think about the importance of records management in achieving operational excellence. The CEO, frantic with concern, described how their organization was drowning in a sea of paperwork, with files scattered across different departments and teams. It was clear that their current approach to records management was inefficient, and it was affecting their bottom line. I listened intently, taking mental notes as the CEO shared stories of lost documents, misplaced files, and the countless hours wasted searching for information. It was evident that their records management program was in disarray, and it was hindering their ability to operate efficiently. "What's the solution?" the CEO asked, desperation etched on their face. I took a deep breath, knowing that the answer lay not in implementing a new software or hiring more staff, but in taking a step back and re-examining their approach to records management. "The first step," I began, "is to identify the types of records that are critical to your organization's operations. What are the essential documents that your teams rely on to make decisions, provide services, and conduct business?" The CEO nodded, intrigued by my suggestion. In most cases, these records include customer information, financial data, and contracts. By focusing on these critical records, you can begin to design a program that meets the specific needs of your organization. I continued. The next step is to establish clear roles and responsibilities for managing these records. Who is accountable for ensuring that these records are accurate, up-to-date, and accessible to those who need them? The CEO's eyes widened as the weight of this realization sunk in. "Ah, I see," they said. "We've been relying on individual teams to manage their own records, but that's led to silos and inefficiencies." I nodded in agreement. Exactly. By designating a specific team or individual to oversee the records management program, you can ensure that there's a single point of accountability and a unified approach to managing your records. As we delved deeper into the conversation, I shared examples of organizations that had successfully implemented records management programs, highlighting the benefits they had achieved in terms of improved efficiency, reduced costs, and enhanced compliance. The CEO's expression transformed from concern to hope, and I could sense the gears turning in their mind as they envisioned a more streamlined and efficient approach to records management. In the end, our conversation culminated in a clear plan of action, with the CEO committed to implementing a records management program that would drive operational excellence. As I left the conference room, I felt a sense of satisfaction, knowing that the CEO was now equipped with the knowledge and tools to transform their organization's approach to records management. In the months that followed, I received updates from the CEO, sharing stories of how their new records management program was yielding impressive results, reduced storage costs, improved search times, and enhanced staff productivity. Their success was a testament to the power of taking a step back, re-examining their approach, and implementing a program that was tailored to their unique needs. As I reflect on that experience, I'm reminded that operational excellence is within reach when we're willing to challenge our assumptions, think critically, and design solutions that meet the specific needs of our organizations. By doing so, we can unlock new levels of efficiency, productivity, and success. Defining the scope of a records management program is a critical task that requires careful consideration and thorough planning to ensure operational excellence. The person responsible for defining the scope of the records management program is typically the records manager or the information governance manager, who is responsible for overseeing the entire records management program. The records manager's primary objective is to identify and include all records that are critical to the organization's operations, regulatory compliance, and historical preservation. To achieve this, The records manager must conduct a thorough analysis of the organization's business processes, functions, and activities to determine what types of records are created, received, maintained, used, and disposed of. The scope of the records management program should include all records, regardless of format or media, that are created or received by the organization in the course of its business activities. This includes, but is not limited to: 1. Business records. These include records related to financial transactions, customer interactions, marketing campaigns, sales, and other business operations. 2. Administrative records. These include records related to human resources, employee training, benefits, and other administrative functions. 3. Operational records. These include records related to production, maintenance, logistics, and other operational activities. 4. Compliance records. These include records related to regulatory compliance, quality control, and auditing. 5. Historical records. These include records of historical significance, such as founding documents, company histories, and other records of enduring value. The records manager must also consider the life cycle of each record type, including creation, use, maintenance, retention, and disposal. This involves identifying the record's format, media, and storage requirements, as well as the security, accessibility, and preservation needs. To ensure operational excellence, the records manager should develop a comprehensive records management policy that outlines the roles and responsibilities of staff, the procedures for creating, capturing, and storing records, and the guidelines for record retention, disposal, and preservation. The policy should also address issues related to confidentiality, integrity, and availability of records. In addition, the records manager should develop a records classification scheme that categorizes records into functional or business areas, such as finance, human resources, marketing, and operations. This scheme should be based on the organization's business processes and should provide a clear and consistent way of organizing and retrieving records. Furthermore, the records manager should establish a records management system that provides a centralized repository for all records, including physical and digital records. This system should have the capability to capture, store, retrieve, and dispose of records in a secure and controlled manner. To ensure that the records management program is effective and efficient, the records manager should establish metrics and benchmarks to measure the program's performance. These metrics should include measures such as record retrieval time, record accuracy, and record retention rates. In conclusion, defining the scope of a records management program requires a thorough understanding of the organization's business processes and activities. The records manager is responsible for identifying and including all records that are critical to the organization's operations, regulatory compliance, and historical preservation. By developing a comprehensive records management policy, classification scheme, and records management system, the records manager can ensure operational excellence and support the organization's strategic objectives.